Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer, who specifies they have medium-sized hands, provides a detailed account of their experience with this vertical mouse. They note that their initial setup, which includes a memory foam wrist rest, led to some minor nerve-like wrist pain within the first hour. However, after a period of adjustment and finding the right position, this discomfort completely disappeared, even during long gaming sessions. The overall comfort of this ergonomic device seems to be highly dependent on one's grip style. For this client, a traditional palm grip was not a good fit, causing their fingers to overhang the main buttons and making clicks feel awkward. On the other hand, a fingertip grip proved to be a perfect match. They describe the clicking action in this grip as feeling incredibly natural, comparing it to the satisfying sensation of squeezing a trigger rather than just pressing down. A claw grip also works well, though it makes one of the lower thumb buttons slightly more difficult to access. A standout feature is the scroll wheel, which brilliantly combines the control of a standard wheel with the speed of a free-spinning one, making it easy to fly through long documents or playlists in a single flick. The companion software enhances this with a smooth, inertia-like feel. When compared to a previous, more conventional mouse which felt hollow and undersized, this vertical model offers far superior comfort and palm support, feeling natural almost immediately. As a final practical note, our reviewer mentioned that their light-colored version of this mouse has remained clean and free of any staining after extended use.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer started with an incredibly frustrating setup experience. The automatic driver installation for this ergonomic mouse turned into a technical nightmare, completely locking up all the USB ports on their computer. This forced our reviewer to dig out an old-school keyboard just to regain control of the system. After multiple reboots and a trip into safe mode to manually rip out the newly installed software and its registry keys, they were finally able to get their USB ports working again. However, once that initial headache was over and the software was installed manually, the device itself has worked flawlessly. As a left-handed individual with carpal tunnel issues in both elbows, this client has experience with other vertical mice. They decided to invest a bit more in this particular model and have not been disappointed. The performance has been a game changer for their daily comfort. The hand position is excellent, allowing for all-day use without the flare-ups of elbow pain that would typically force them to switch hands. The movement is smooth and easily adjustable, and the clicks have a soft, subtle feel that distinguishes this device from lower-cost alternatives. A key feature for this user is the design's consideration for the outer fingers. While a previous model had a more pronounced ledge, this vertical mouse provides just enough of a landing area to prevent the pinky from dragging, which is crucial for maneuvering this style of mouse comfortably. Ultimately, the significant reduction in pain and the ability to work for longer periods without discomfort have made this device an essential part of their setup. Despite the awful installation process, the reviewer is so impressed with the performance that they are strongly considering buying a right-handed version as well.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer has been using this pointing device for just a few days, but they are already incredibly impressed. For years, they relied on a now discontinued model that was perfectly suited to them, and finding a replacement proved difficult. Most mice felt too large for their small hands, and having easily accessible forward and back thumb buttons for browsing was essential. They had previously tried ergonomic vertical mice, but the slippery material made them feel insecure and caused hand cramps from gripping too tightly. They ended up settling for a standard mouse at work, but the cheap feel and overly light weight were disappointing, even requiring grip tape to prevent slippage. On a whim, our reviewer decided to try this particular mouse after seeing a review suggesting it was good for smaller hands. Wrist pain had become an issue, so they were willing to give ergonomic mice another shot. To their surprise, this mouse turned out to be incredibly comfortable. After a short adjustment period, they were completely won over. It has a good weight and is small enough to feel secure, plus it has built-in grip where the palm and fingers rest. The thumb navigation buttons are perfectly positioned for smaller hands, and the scroll wheel is easily accessible with either the index or middle finger. The left and right click buttons are nearly silent, which is a nice touch, although not a major concern for someone who uses mechanical keyboards. However, the thumb navigation buttons are fairly loud, which seems to counteract the quietness of the main buttons. Overall, this client can't recommend this mouse enough. Some have mentioned that the scroll wheel button is difficult to press, but that hasn't been their experience. They are seriously considering replacing their current work mouse with this one. If you have small hands, dislike lightweight mice, find buttons too far to reach, and prefer a mouse with a bit of grip, this could be the perfect option.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.